Hello, Professor Dr. Trent Lambert. This is my video for my presentation summarizing my areas of present participation, my areas of interest, and the things that I've learned and experienced. The first one is the men's ministry. I've been part of the men's ministry for quite a few years now, and that's always been a soft spot for me. I've always loved the men's ministry, seeing the men grow in Christ, seeing the men grow in their relationship with Christ. So that has always been an area that I love participating in, always will. What I've learned is dealing with the different personalities and characters and things that men can bring. And my mentor, he's actually been able to help me navigate through the different areas of when dealing with the different personalities. Um, one of the things that my mentor taught me was, uh, be quick to listen, don't be quick to respond. And that's helped me a lot, because before I will listen and I will be quick to respond, but it's really understanding the person and where they're coming from. So the men's ministry has always been my area of participation. And that's what I learned, dealing with the different personalities and how to navigate through there. My other area of interest is the youth. My pastor has asked me in the past to help out with the youth, and that's another area that I'm interested, because the youth is basically the next generation of leaders that are going to be coming up. So for the youth, what I've learned is, sometimes as believers that we have been, believers for years, we think that as youth, they already know what to do. They already know how to read their word, how to worship, how to pray. And one of the things that I've found with dealing with the youth is, you see that they need to be taken by the hand and show them how to do these things. Show them how to pray. Show them how to read the word. Things like this that we think comes natural, and it really doesn't. I have an example of one of the nights. It was worship, and I saw one of the youth. He wasn't worshiping. He was just kind of like standing and looking around. And I went up to him and I asked him, "Is like, hey, do you know how to worship?" And he just stood there. He shook his head no, because he didn't know. And it was eye-opening for me. It was something that I learned, and I experienced that, because it helped me understand not everybody knows. Not everybody automatically knows what they're doing. Not everybody knows, what we're already used to doing. We got to put ourselves in their shoes and be like, okay, they don't know how to do certain things. And that's where discipleship comes, and we're able to help them. So the youth has been always a big part of my heart as well, because they are the next generation. And then my last part um, that I participate in is outreach. Outreach is, it's something that it's a lot of work. Not a lot of people like to do it, because it is a lot of manual labor per se, getting everything together. But outreach is something that I've always loved doing. I know in my church, we always pick different parks throughout the town, and and we'll go and we'll do an outreach. We'll bring food, we'll bring certain things, and we'll do an outreach. And doing outreaches has really cost me to learn and grow, again, because you're dealing with different people, different personalities, and you're going to encounter different things as the more outreaches you do. And you really get to serve the people, not just serve them spiritually, but serve them with things that they need in the natural, whether it's clothing, food. um Maybe they just need someone to listen to. And it's been my experience where they just want to be loved. And it's for us to show that, for us to love our neighbor, like the word says. And it's a great experience because it's not inside of a building. When we do outreaches, we're outside, you know we're in the public per se. And you're going to get different reactions, people are going to act differently. But it's been an experience because it really shows us how to love people, even when we're tired, we don't want to do an outreach. We usually do our outreaches on Saturdays, and we're tired, we don't want to go and put our hand to the plow. But it really shows us to push ourselves and really just love on people, serve them, and just pray for them, if they need prayer. And it's really helped me to grow, um, not just spiritually, but more like as a person, to really see what's going on in our community. It really opens up your eyes, and it really gives you that experience of what's going on. And also, what I love about it is that we're building relationships, because these are people that live in the same community. So, you know, we're bound to run into them, we're bound to see them again. So it's building that relationship. It's not just, hey, let me bless you with this plate of food, and then that's it. I'll never see you again. But because we're part of the community, you get to see these people again. You get to love on them again. You get to remember their name next time you see them. Call them by name, and that goes a long way. That's another thing that I've learned. When you remember someone's name, it really goes a long way, because they're like, wow, because it shows them that you took your time to remember their name. So hopefully this is what you wanted from the video presentation. Hopefully I covered everything, but I think that's about it. But thank you, Professor, and I appreciate everything. Thank you, and take care.